Welcome, everybody,
Welcome.
to Wrestling on the Rocks. We're talking to this camera over here today. Woo! Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys checked out our drink along with NWA Power.
Now we're back.
They definitely got us into the fire.
You love that song.
It was good. It's a good
That's
song.
it's a good impression too.
Yeah.
I like how you look. I'm not jumping in. I'm letting you enjoy your moment.
It just felt good. It just felt right.
It's good.
There you go.
Oh, don't eat that, please.
That's his teeth.
I know.
The mic must have picked that
It's
up.
all good. I get dentures on this side.
No, you don't.
Doesn't make it okay.
It's
What,
still
are they
it's
made
still
of
like
wood?
still cringy kind of.
It's fine. I don't care if you
cringe.
cringe. That makes me happier. Yeah.
All right.
All right, so we are here.
You could definitely be on creative.
Welcome to the show where every show is our first show.
Welcome to our first show again.
This is what we pride
Everybody?
ourselves on.
We should have a new we should get to the point where we're making new titles for the show.
Yeah.
We should-
Episode 1 again.
We should just have
Episode 1, season 2.
Yeah.
But episode 1, episode 12,
I'm confused.
Episode 1 part.
part 12.
Episode 1 part whatever this is.
Let's see what we can do today, guys.
Yeah.
We had a whole week of wrestling. Our week, as everybody knows, because everybody uses the same calendar, it starts on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Gabe's teabagging.
Ooh, the old Gabe bag, the old dunk there. That's the big E right there.
Back to Halo 2.
Yeah.
Like the memories are flowing through your head. You're like,
Anything you guys want to bring up at the top of the show that wasn't necessarily in a show that was relevant to wrestling that you wanted to get out there?
I was watching something this week talking about CM Punk joining
WWE backstage.
WWE backstage.
oh, you saw something? Was there an article about it or just some
Was
kind
there a
of
thing? Did someone tell you or?
Yeah.
Well, I was watching a video where they were like, the guys from What Culture were talking about it, and they made a point that I thought was really cool, and I like this. And they said, CM Punk wasn't the best wrestler at any point. He was the most important wrestler at that time.
Oh.
Yeah. Right. So, and I would say in this capacity is, at that time, and it was a time where I don't think really any of us watched wrestling that much or watched WWE that much.
He was part of the reason.
But there's a lot
But,
of a lot of the upper card was essentially him and Cena,
Yeah.
and people coming in. The work rate of a lot of performers wasn't there. It felt like pulling people up to, like Lashley unpolished, this person, putting them at the top of the card, and a lot of people were frustrated because
Sheamus early. That's when
why is this person here? And
That's why we had Miz and Cesaro early, or Dolph Ziggler as a champ. It was all during that same time.
Yep.
he wasn't the best athletically, he wasn't the best technically, but he had the best work rate, and he did cut a great all-around. He was a good all-around guy for the time. That was then. Now bringing him back, I think people want that, but that time has passed, and I thought that person now is Cody. The most important wrestler right now is Cody. Because what he's done is, he may not be the best in the ring, but he's created that change. Because a lot of the things that people were frustrated about that CM Punk kind of represented were work rate or people there. That's changed. In the WWE now, your stars tend to, you have a lot, like you have Sami Zayn, you have Kevin Owens, you have people who put together really fucking good matches overall. They may not be the 6'10", like Tower of Power that's sculpted of muscle on muscle on muscle on muscle.
Yeah.
But they make a great match, and the quality of matches is better. Cody right now is doing something different in the sense that I think is a face in the stories he tells and what he does really do something that a lot of people want.
Yeah, especially for the talent across all promotions,
Yes.
usually providing a bunch to them. Which is funny too when you think about CM Punk ushering in a significantly like an under 200-pound style champion. It reminds me that when Bret Hart became champion, it was a big thing because it was like, oh, he's such a small guy.
Yeah.
He's so small to be a champion.
And that was done because of the steroid scandal.
Yeah, but
That was
how
around that
big was Bret? He was still bigger than everyone we have now.
Yeah,
He was a big dude. He was like 265 pounds or something like that.
No way.
6 foot. Yeah,
I don't think he's 265.
He was actually
he was
6'6".
he was not 6.
No.
So
Yeah.
But like Stone Cold was 6'2", so Brett was really similar in stature. So he's got to be between 6 and 6'2" or 3.
Sure.
Well, even Stone Cold.
But he was well over 250. He was stacked. Even Shawn Michaels, when he first came in as the Rockers, he was like what 230. It was crazy. He was he was considered so small, but he's like what 6 foot. He's like an even 6 foot.
Well, when you bring up The Rock and Stone Cold, I think like after the Attitude Era, they went almost back to that like the building of people. Like these guys are fucking huge and massive and scary. But like The Rock and Stone Cold, they weren't like The Rock is in better shape now physically than he ever has been. When he performed, he was kind of soft. He looked great and he worked really well, but he was not the sculpted monster. In Stone Cold, he looked like a brawler. It fit him. Because the in-ring work was what mattered and worked really, really well. And you didn't see, like, a lot of the people who looked fantastic, they didn't really go far.
Well, so there's a thing to that. So I've heard old-time wrestlers talking about bodies and stuff, and they talked about how the fact that so many of the ones who went for a long time looked soft was because they had bumping bodies. You had to keep on water weight to take those kinds of bumps all the time for a long period of time. And the people who were really, really thin and or not thin, but like lean, they didn't have the same bump card. They were too lean. It was every time they would hit, there was nothing absorbing that impact. It was straight muscle and bone. And so they got sore and hurt a lot quicker than the other guys.
So of the three of us here, we'll have a longer career.
Dude, fuck yeah. I'm going to be going forever, dude.
I'll still have a decent career.
That's probably good. It'll be different styles.
But I thought that was kind of cool, and that was like their video and kind of going into this. Oh, I get that, and I kind of like.
It makes more sense to me now because so many people have told me, like, because I miss a lot of CM Punk, and people I know are huge CM Punk fans. Obviously, that was a huge thing to be. And I've been told, go back and watch this match, go back and watch this match. Oh, you got to watch this. Oh, it was a rivalry with Cena. And I went back and watched all of these things, and every single one of them, I was super disappointed, but did walk away thinking about how good, like, Cena was. Cena was awesome during that time frame, but I also felt like Cena carried Punk. I felt like there was a ton of times where Punk was falling, or he was actually, like, missing a step, and Cena would get him there, or be there. Like, and it was completely, felt like to me like he was dancing around Punk, but thinking about it from an aspect of who else was Cena supposed to work with, like probably right. Probably he needed Punk as much as Punk needed, was able to rise to the top because the rest of the talent pool just wasn't there on the same
I
level.
don't think Cena and Big Show would have gotten a 5-star match at Money in the Bank.
Money to Make is not a 5-star match.
Well, you get what I mean, though.
But yes.
It is a good match, though. It would not have
it's a good story.
Yeah. But it wouldn't have gotten there with Cena with someone else in the company at the time. I think it drew more people because the other people that CM Punk worked with early on, a lot of them are now in WWE. Samoa Joe, whether they be in performing or in a creative or in other capacities. Nigel McGuinness, Tyler Black, these people way early on that he worked with. Yeah, they're now
Tyler Black?
Yeah, ROH. One of his last matches was with Tyler Black.
I'm just kidding. I was like, who's Tyler Black?
Cassius Ohno.
Yep. Yeah. I don't like saying Seth Rollins anymore because it just frustrates me.
Okay, I got you.
He almost did great this week. Almost.
Fucker.
Let's see. So, CM Punk come back to WWE backstage. I wasn't like I clearly was not a huge CM Punk fan at any point, so I wasn't dying for my CM Punk or anything. I wasn't super shocked, but I was a little surprised. I was like, oh shit, so that's happening then.
I was surprised, but yeah, I didn't really mark out for it.
Yeah, I didn't lose my mind, but I was like, oh cool. I wonder what this is gonna sound like. I was a little disheartened by the thing that everyone else got excited about with him saying trying to catch up on 5+ years of wrestling is pretty crazy. And so like, yeah, because you're not a fan of this. Yeah. This is gonna make it weird, you know? Like for someone who, loved it, loved the business, had a passion for it, all this stuff, and just walked away, I'm having a hard time buying that you're going to be an actual expert as opposed to a self-indulgent character again. I feel like he always kind of was that. So I'm interested though. I mean, we'll see how it goes, but when you tell me you have to catch up, it lets me know that you really don't care about the business.
Yeah. And I mean, like...
You know who wouldn't have to catch up? Taz. When was the last time Taz wrestled? When was the last time CM Punk wrestled? some people love the business and they stay on top of it because they love the fucking business.
Yeah, but Tez wouldn't have gotten well, and I didn't like. I liked when he came out, but I wish he hadn't opened his fucking mouth because like the line he had was really dumb, and I think people have made a big deal of it. It was like this didn't land right. It kind
Oh,
of
the
landed,
Punk's line?
It landed like a wet fart.
You know what's funny too? Originally, like the original broadcast of it, his face was like pitch black. He had no lighting on his face.
Funny.
So he was just like, you saw nothing, but you could just hear him.
Yeah.
So like when they go back and you see the replays now, they filter that out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he walked up and it was just,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I think I know it was for Pop because I know like there's been talk about like the ratings for the show on that network, even for that network, have been kind of low, and it probably will bring some viewers, but it's got to keep pulling people in. I'm not saying the show's bad. I'm just saying like there's caution probably due to viewer count.
Well, yeah, I suppose so. I was surprised by the show. We went to watch it just to see a segment or something specifically, just to watch like the intro of it, and we were really shocked straight away at like how much they're tearing apart stuff. Because you'd think for a show that has WWE's logo on it, from a big platform like that, you think that they'd be trying to push the stuff. Every week so far, they've talked about how much they don't think that the Lana Rusev story is landing. Paige has said that Seth Rollins needs to cut the burn it down thing. That's like trying to make fetch happen, and she's really not feeling it. They shit all over Shorty G's outfit. Like they're really not pulling any punches when it comes to them not connecting or not liking storylines that other people don't like either.
It's very similar to Bite this in the.
Oh, back in the.
But also, I think part of it is I wonder if that's the Fox part of this. Maybe there's separate contracts for performers when they're on this, where they're not being paid by WWE like per episode thing, and it
That's
gives
part
a
of
bit
the
more,
rumor.
and they get more there because for instance, Punk being announced on it on Raw and SmackDown, they did not play Cult of Personality, which Fox does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because in his contract is Fox, not WWE.
Yeah. Even when they replayed it, on SmackDown, they didn't have the music playing.
Yeah.
Generic rock.
Yeah. So yeah, I think there's definitely something to do with the contracts. I don't know what it all is, but I'm interested to see what he's got to say. I just don't know how long before I'm tired of him. I think maybe that's why they already planned on he's going to be sprinkled in here. Catch him when you can. I also think that it's really weird that so many people shit on it. For the amount of crowds chanting CM Punk whenever something's a little boring, or whenever somebody says or does anything that has to do with being the best, it's surprising to me that so much of the wrestling community who's just saying this would be better with Punk would make this better, that suddenly he shows up and everyone's like, what a fucking sellout. It's like, what?
I think
I'm good, thank you.
I think it's more like Pritchard, and I don't agree with Pritchard a lot on this, but I do get the sentiment is when people chant ECW, is that they're fans of ECW or that they're chanting for something that's different than what they're seeing, or that it's different than what they typically see. Are they chanting for CM Punk because they're frustrated with the product that they're watching, or parts of that product? So when they have something happen and Stephanie's coming out and they're really tired of the authority angles, it's like they're chanting CM Punk because really we're doing this again. It's not that they're crazy in love with him. It's that's kind of it's become the mascot for that moment.
Mascot or mile marker of take it back to when things were like that.
Yeah, or change it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in some ways, like, he did do things that were different. Now, I am more of a fan of him, but I also don't like the mythology around him that people create, because ultimately everything he did was signed off by WWE.
Fucking super sanctioned.
Yeah. The Pipe Bomb promo was a great promo. It was also, at the very least, a greenlit, like, you
Yes.
could talk about this thing, and there's stories to whether it was totally written out or in some capacity. Nobody's going out on TV and saying fuck this and going back to Vince and be like, what happened?
Yeah.
Whoa, he's got a blessing, but he's great at developing a character. And I really think that what he's done in wrestling, as he's left wrestling, as he's been in podcasting and talking about this, as he's been in these lawsuits and tweeting, is still, in a sense, being loyal to kayfabe. If you think about it, it's still developing that character, that mythology around I'm this and stuff like that, which I get it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's accurate fully, I think they've gotten, since he's been in there and left, a lot of what people really want is there. I think now the frustration is more to do with the back end stuff. Like, okay, well, you have El Generico, you have Kevin Steen, you have everyone there that we want in these awesome roles. were frustrated at the utilization of them. And
Yeah, and I get frustrated with wrestling fans thinking they know the best utilization of them. I mean, we like a fantasy book, but we also try to stay away from saying this person's being used absolutely
Yeah, I know.
incorrectly as much as possible. Just because, like I said before, I don't feel bad for Cesaro and I don't feel bad for Miz. They're on TV every fucking week. Revival's always on TV. They're constantly getting championships. What more do you want from them, or what more do they want? And if they want something else, will they leave? And then we'll find out. You know what I mean? But I have a hard time buying that everyone's being utilized incorrectly if they don't have a title. And I feel like a lot of people feel that way.
shit ton of titles.
Yeah, for the amount of people who complain about there being too many titles, they also complain that none of their dozen favorites have a title. So you want more titles. But I also feel like each show really only has like 2. I really don't feel like there's a lot of titles. I feel like if each brand didn't have something to shoot for, something to aim for, something like a goal, that it would make a lot of it seem pretty vapid. So if you had one floating champion going to all 3 shows, you're either going to burn out one guy real bad, or you're going to have a lot of misfocused storylines because they can't go for a championship of any type. So now you have every brand with no story or one brand with all the stories. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't make sense without some sort of like prize at the end of each brand.
Well, I feel like a lot of what they've done in terms of like when they create a story around a pairing or a group where it doesn't involve title, they're very unsuccessful. There's great examples, but there's a lot of Lana and Rusev. Because before that it was Rusev and Enzo. It's just persistent. But then they have good ones.
Yeah.
I think Cesaro and Sheamus was a great story that involved the title later on, but the initial story was a rivalry. And it was a great series of matches that looked fucking great and had importance. And they also ended. It didn't end in a schmaz. It didn't end in some, well, you're going to watch the pay-per-view for this to occur. It let people have something to see in a show and enjoy, and it did lead to something. You can do that. I think if I were to be someone chanting CM Punk being frustrated, it would be like, cool, I would like you to create a better story. I'm frustrated with the writing right now. And it's not booking, it's not utilization. I'm frustrated with that we're not even trying to use some people.
We're not interested in the payoff.
Yes.
I think that's what it comes to. Is like, I don't want to see where this goes. You know.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll get into those as they come up.
Yeah.
There's definitely a few of those where it's like, I don't see you doing anything from this point forward that makes me give a damn about where this story's going based off where it's already been.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I've gotten that way with 24/7.
Oh, me too.
I've gotten that way with
Aleister Black, AOP.
Yeah.
I'm already that way with Rowan and his little fucking birdcage.
Yep.
But let's see what we got. So yeah, CM Punk on backstage. So we'll see how that goes. That might be cool. And again, I think the show's worth a watch. It's really funny. They had Fluffy on there last week doing promo school with Samoa Joe. So they're cutting promos on each other. Pretty fun.
Gabriel Iglesias.
Yeah. Mankind was on there, and they were giving Paige a hard time. But I'm also always surprised at the amount of things that they talk about as things that them as individuals do not like about the product, and how free that just seems to be over there. Every time I'm all like, not expect that. So I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Apart from that, that brings us to Wednesday. Unless there's anything on Total Divas you wanted to bring up, producer? We're big fans of Total Divas.
Yeah. Sorry.
What happened this last week?
It was like shit ton of
We get to
chunks.
see
You're supposed to turn
Rhonda
it.
at home, and I actually like her a lot at home. Like Rhonda, like her home life and just who she is. I think it's cool. She's really quirky, and I was like, oh, I did not know that about her. Like, she plays what was the instrument? It was like
She had a
sax.
saxophone.
Yeah,
I
and
think that was
like
when she was running around doing those gimmick shows, though. But she also she does archery. She's constantly prepping for Doomsday. She's crazy.
Oh, she's a prepper.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But she's also got a full-on farm that they do stuff. They raise the animals, murder them, and eat them, and it's awesome. Cool.
and then stuff them, and then
Yeah.
Natty comes over, and she's just like, what's
Loses her
happening?
goddamn mind. Yeah. I hate Nia Jax more and more every time they even put her on TV. I think Carmella and Liv and who's the other one in there? We were really surprised by how much we miss them now.
It wasn't Sarah Logan. It was
Ruby Riott?
Deville?
No.
Sonya?
Sonya.
Sony's a mainstay
No.
though. No.
Yeah, Sonya's out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But we've been really surprised at how much we've just like completely loved Liv and Carmella after this season.
Yeah.
We liked them before, but now we're like, we need more. And then with Nia, we're like, yeah, stay away.
Yeah, last one,
Stay
Natty's.
gone.
Natty's like giving Sonya the sharpshooter in the snow. It was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah, go ahead and watch that show too. So that brings us to Wednesday. Did you guys watch AEW or NXT first?
I watched AEW first.
I think I watched AEW first. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched NXT
I actually
first.
did watch both of them this week though. I typically watch one and then watch highlights of the other.
Yeah.
And for better or worse, but I was like, I'll watch both. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'll do my damn work.
Which is interesting.
Hey,
So we're going to AEW. What's your guys' highlights and lowlights of that?
I had a highlight for the Luchasaurus return.
I thought that was cool he came back. I was
Yeah.
excited to see him back.
I thought that was a cool return too.
It was a great pop. I think what was unfortunate is before that match was pretty quiet. Like them starting out, and I think people are getting. I know Marco Stunt and Jungle Boy are over, but I think people are getting tired of Marco Stunt.
I was gonna say they're getting burnt out on Marcus Stunt.
Well, because it
Yeah, I don't
is-
think Marco Stunt's as over as you think.
I think he was hyper over, and now it's like, oh, cool. Well, oops. It's like too much of it, and he's not learning new moves. He's not doing anything. It's when you do flossing in the middle of the ring, and then I find out you're 24. I'm actually kind of like, ooh, fuck.
Yeah.
Like it kind of upsets me. I'm like, why do I like the idea of this being a 10-year-old?
Yeah.
And then I'm reminded, like, oh shit, you're almost as old as I am. This is upsetting.
I also felt that the Luchasaurus return, although cool, I felt like it was just a couple minutes too late. I wish it had happened earlier. I don't know that you needed all that weird Dark Order shit to make it important,
I don't like. I also think like so in something.
but it was cool.
It was cool. I hope this gets better, and I think this maybe is because I know that the other people in the Dark Order, I'm sure they're not as trained, because you could kind of see like a lot of like leading someone into it, like his big boot. I was like, that looked cool, but then I was thinking about like that lean down on is really just to help you not get your head kicked in. It's really bad looking. It looked really
Yeah.
like and not in a good way gimmicky. I'm like, oh fuck. Like
Well, I hope that it turns into Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy being the core tag again.
Yeah.
Going back in there.
because Jungle Boy's gotten a lot better.
Yeah, Jungle Boy's pretty good.
And he's putting on a little size too. He's getting bigger.
That's my.
which I think is cool too.
That's actually one of the notes I made. Is Jungle Boy needs bodybuilding.
I think so too. Here's the other thing. It's kind of like
The opposite of
he's got a
steroid
good
scandal.
story, and the thing is when he's teaming with Luchasaurus, Luchasaurus is so big that it makes Jungle Boy seem even more believable at his size. But when you put Jungle Boy in there with Marco Stunt, it makes it hard to believe that either one of these guys can get a good right-handed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Luchasaurus is so big that he can go out there and do some crazy shit. Luchasaurus does similar, or not Luchasaurus, but Jungle Boy does similar crazy shit. And you're like, well, of course, yeah, it's going to be impactful. The dude also got kicked in the face by a dinosaur. This is fucking dope. Where without Luchasaurus, there's no balance to that tag team or that level of power.
I agree.
Jungle Boy said on some interview thing, I didn't listen to it, but he said that he was told to gain 30 pounds before he'd be signed on by a company in which he did extra work for. So I believe that was at WWE at some point. And he said that that's when he felt like he could never do it, because he said that's impossible. And I was like, that's a weird... I think it's possible.
I think it's definitely
I think it's possible.
to put on 30 pounds of muscle.
It's not gonna be. You don't do it rapidly. I mean,
Yeah.
like fuck.
Yeah, it might
Kenny
take you a
Omega-
couple years, but come on, man.
Like Kenny Omega versus Kenny Omega and DDT. It's like shit. You are different looking.
Yeah.
He's gained like 50 pounds.
Yeah, it's a process. Now, I'm happy for Jungle Boy that he's in a place that's going to allow him to work through that growth, but I do think that I don't know what 30 pounds more looks like on a guy like him, but I do think some weight would be applicable to him and beneficial.
Big old big old Trevor fucking Murdoch belly.
Yeah. I did it.
Did it, yes.
Right here.
Yeah.
Bang bang.
They just see like a champion in their eyes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
If I go like this, you can hear it move.
He's all charisma.
Yeah. So I had that as a highlight. I also had my other two highlights also have caveats for this show, and it's Hangman versus Pac was a fantastic match. However, I've seen this a lot, and I don't think I think the story needs to evolve or end.
Yeah,
I think
they're overserving us with this.
this would be
Yeah,
something
does
where
no one want to work with those guys? Like, what's going on?
I know.
Like, they're the only two people who were only booked together.
I
Everyone
think-
else is getting everyone else on the table.
they'd be. I think the only thing I could see going positively together is cool. You guys make these great matches. I mean, people say they're the show matches of the night. Maybe y'all should be a tag team. That would be okay. Like Sheamus and Cesaro, but we've done this before. But
Okay,
I get
but-
really tired of it.
But Pac and Hangman are two of your best singles guys, actually. Where you have a bunch of other single stars who are not very good and still very much learning. These two are main event ready, and you burn us out on them right away.
Yeah, and you already have some established tag teams and up-and-coming tag teams too. So doing a mishmash of single stars, the WWE treatment would upset the fans.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
be thrilled by it.
Yeah.
I did like that their match ended, which is my other highlight. I liked Darby Allin in that match. I thought the match was cool.
Which match was he in?
Darby Allin versus initially Sean Spears versus Avalon Librarian.
Oh,
Peter Avalon, yes.
Yeah,
that's
Peter Avalon.
right, yeah.
And I was okay with it because I liked their chemistry together. I liked how they're kind of, what the fuck is this to the Librarian. I thought Peter Avalon sold pretty well.
He has to.
He did decently. I mean, for what it was,
One job.
It's what he brings to the table.
It's
Yes.
his one job.
for what it was
Yeah,
good.
good.
But
I liked how good Darby looked in that match.
yeah, he looked fantastic. I liked him and Spears working together. I didn't like, and this is something that happened throughout the week. Cool, now the match is going to be cut, and we're going to lose one of your competitors for some other thing. And everyone's doing it. It's not an AEW thing, it's everyone seemed to be doing this where we're going to pull people out of the match. Why can't we just have a two-person match?
Yeah, and
'Cause then-
AEW didn't need to do that, and they don't even have a story to go with. At least with WWE, they got the Survivor Series mishmash, which they can blame it on. They can be like, "Oh, we're building up towards this huge rivalry between things, so everything's getting fucked up all the time."
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I don't like it, but fine. AEW doesn't even have that right now. They're just going, and then Janela shows up and scares everyone, and no one knows why.
Yeah, no, when I saw it, I was like, the first thing I was like, well, why is Peter Avalon here? This could be a cool, like, this would be a great match with Spears and Allen. They're both, Darby's over as a face, Spears is the fucking heel. That would look great.
Well, Darby's over as a half face.
Yeah. Oh, you cunt. But
Oh, guys, that's why we do this, man. That's what we're here for. Cheers.
cheap shit, good jokes.
Stay away. Stay away.
Stay away. Stay with us, Gabe.
Fucking elbow. But it felt
It's
unnecessary.
like a lighter. You start setting my hair on fire behind my back.
Was that one part of your elbow that hurts when you hit it? Just
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool. He looked great, but really, he looked really good and made the event. And I liked this promo at the end, but I was kind of like, okay. The rest of this match kind of left me wondering, like, so many ways to have done it better. Why didn't you?
Dude, and the problem with Darby Allin's music is it's so fucking good.
It is.
It's so good, it reminds you how shit the other music is. As soon as the music comes on, you're like, oh shit!
I hate his music.
Yeah! Really?
I
It's so
fucking
good.
hate his music. When it
It's
comes up-
because it's so good.
I think it's because it's
It's
noticeable.
like Misfits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to hear the fucking lyrics. I can't fucking hear the lyrics. I'm like, oh, cool, I hear
Oh, but you can hear all the
Oh.
lyrics of Cody's song.
Yeah, but it has an impact to it. Where it's like, dun-dun-dun. Like when it comes, I just hear that. Whoa, 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 whoa. I just hear
Oh, is that what you love about Shinsuke's song? Is you know all the words? You fuck.
Totally got you.
I just want something. I want something that's not one fucking note. Literally, because I only hear the one goddamn note. I'm like, okay, yeah. And it also makes me think of an old. It makes me think of that like last Johnny Cash album before he died. Like I'm just, and not in a good way. I'm like, okay, this makes me think of.
talking-
Why'd you have to say that? He
Wait.
only had one last album.
Yeah,
and it was
but-
before he died, yes.
Yeah, are you talking shit about Johnny Cash?
No,
'Cause
Jesus Christ.
I'm not
dude.
talking shit about Johnny Cash, but Johnny Cash. would
Remember
not
his
be a good
last
wrestler
album
too.
when he was still alive and then he died and then didn't?
Remember that
another album?
garbage he released right before he died?
Yeah. Fuck, dude.
Guy's gone. Fuck this. I'm done. Fuck your heroes. I'm just gonna make this a shitty night for you.
Yeah. It's fucking on. That's why we start with AEW. So clumped engage the room.
Okay, assholes. What did you like or dislike the fucking show?
I think
I do really like his music. I think it stands
God
out. I do think it stands out.
If we're talking about music, I wrote in my notes I really like Moxley's music. I think that's
Yeah.
some of the best one.
Really?
yeah.
It hasn't hit me yet. I think because I still haven't caught it.
That sounds
like I'm barely hearing it.
Moxley's music sounds more like a pro wrestler's entrance.
That's fucking why I don't like Darby Allin's music. It makes me think of the Smiths or some. It makes me think it's just sad shit, and not in a good way. I know he's a sad dude, and
Sad boy.
Yeah, I know he's a sad boy. That's fine. His music should at least be like the saddest boy.
So like how Tyler Bate has people chanting "Big Strong Boy." When Darby Allin comes out, they're like "Little Sad Boy."
Sad boy.
Small sad boy. Small sad boy.
Slit your wrist. Slit your wrist. Don't edit that into a clip.
What's up? Are we still there?
We are in the red, so we're frozen.
Are we frozen or
So-
can you hear us? Anybody?
We can't
Guys,
see us.
can you hear me? Yeah,
There we
that
go.
camera's down. That shows good. Are we back?
We're back
Looks
on
like we're
that
good.
I think we're okay.
Oh,
One. Back
okay.
on that one.
It's she's
Why is that
on
one
this camera.
orange?
Anyway, hi everybody.
Hey.
Hey, whoa, hey! It looks like we're sort of coming back. Man, I changed our latency too, so we just lost video again. There we are. We're back. Whoa, hey, whoa, whoa! Over here,
Yep.
right over Chong. Okay.
Well, because it
Um,
kept on going red. So I
Oh,
was
that's a
trying
terrible
to, like,
visual. That's a terrible visual.
I was really trying to not.
Oof. Oof. That's unfortunate.
I mean, that's still not on. So.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to cut power to that one and bring power back to
Sorry.
it. Is all. So you think that Moxley sounds more like wrestler music versus some of the other stuff?
It's probably better than. I actually like it better than Cody's, and I think Cody's has the most production value.
Yeah. Supposedly the lyrics are pretty specific in Cody's.
Oh yeah.
Like they talk about his dad and stuff. I gotta find the lyrics of that. Yeah, there's still no power to it. You'll know there's power when there's
Yeah.
blue on it. So you're gonna have to like unplug it.
I think she just did.
Yeah.
Did you just cut the power with the button?
I think she actually unplugged.
I would move it to a different port.
Yeah, maybe try to.
That's actually what I did do.
Oh, all those times you restarted the computer, did you ever power cycle the hub? Or was it power the whole time?
Both of them.
Okay. Well, we'll find out.
Well,
Let's see. I thought Moxley had a cool promo that led into Darby Allin's cool response.
Don't hold me responsible when I murder your fucking spouse.
Yeah,
Yeah, basically.
that was pretty cool.
I'm a murderer
yeah, it was definitely like an anti-face promo. Like,
with the most cheers.
yeah, like he got a lot of cheers, but the shit he was saying, like, man, he just wants to pretty much murder people.
Yeah, they're having a really hard time of getting the faces and the heels, the reactions that they want. I think that's part of the reason why they say it's going to be complex. I think it's because they actually don't know how they're supposed to do this, in a sense, right? So Jericho gets cheered nonstop every time, all the time. So they're like, oh, we'll make him our biggest heel, and we'll just say it's a complex character because we don't have heels and faces here. If you're being cheered, you're a face. That's it. End of story.
No.
There's not a whole lot of discussion about how you're being booked. You're being cheered, you're the face.
Maybe what they're doing it, like I think it's because with a lot of what Jericho and Moxley said, people were like, oh, they're getting to do what they want. Maybe if they came out and people thought they weren't getting to do what they want, and they were like,
That's what
Being-
Moxley's starting to do.
yeah. Well, no, like being not like him being like grr, angry, me scary heel, like being like just a shitty heel, like be the Miz as a heel, be fucking Seth Rollins as a heel, not angry, just like a bitch.
I think MJF is getting there.
Yeah. MJ, yeah,
I think
he
MJ
got the heat. It's like he's good. He's
Yeah.
very good at what he does.
Okay. Yes, but,
But.
my question is,
What?
was the crowd booing because they're supposed to boo, or were they booing because he's got real heat? Because I think there's only real two types of heat here. And I think people talked about like there's like 5 shades of heat. There's X-Pac heat and go away heat and real heat and TV heat and smart mark heat. I think there's only two.
Dude,
there's
heat.
actually being booed, and then there's booing because I know you want me to boo you.
Yeah, but you just kind of went into like how you feel like they're not getting over how they want. I think they got him over how he wants. Either way, it
But
works.
are they getting the smart mark boos where it's all like, I'm going to boo him because he's the big heel and I'm supposed to boo him? Or do people actually hate him and want to see him get his ass kicked?
Doesn't matter.
I'm just curious.
I don't think it
happier.
matters.
If it doesn't matter, then stop talking shit about Baron Corbin.
I never talk shit about Baron Corbin.
No. I like it. if you would have had a point if you said stop talking shit about Shane McMahon, because I fucking hated Shane as a heel.
Yeah,
and
him
you always
too.
position it as like fuck him.
Yeah, I don't think that there's like a go away heat. But the thing is, I think that I don't know that I hate the MJF character. You know what I mean? I know everyone talks about he's such a great heel. He's such a great heel, and that's all they talk about.
I mean, honestly, he's
But-
a douchebag. I mean, I think he's a douchebag. So it's like
The character of him.
he's good at being a heel, but I'm not trying to buy an MJF shirt.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna get any of his
You know what I mean?
merch. Yeah,
So
that's true too. I just wonder because there's a whole lot of conversation nowadays about like, oh,
And I do want to see.
especially when we talk about SmackDown, a lot of people were talking shit about Corbin. It's like I think you're just booing him, and I think that that's okay to boo him. But
This is what he
this
needs.
the MJF thing. I just wonder,
Well, the difference is-
especially when you see Jericho go out there and not get the boos, and
Well-
then he comes out and gets the boos. You're like,
There's also a difference where I do kind of want to see MJF lose, like be the heel and lose, whereas Baron Corbin, I kind of want to see him win the title. So
I'd be happy with that.
and I think maybe part of my I think the heart of my confusion and reason for not knowing if I really buy the MJF's this true heel that everyone's talking about is I don't think he's been established enough to have that real heat.
I think it's
He
coming.
showed up like twice.
I think it's coming.
I think
Now
so.
it is.
I think we're really close to it now.
Yeah.
He did really annoy me in that segment by the end of it,
I honestly,
but
a lot of people liked that promo and the Chris Jericho bit. I didn't like it. It was really Step Brothers for me. And
Yeah.
that
it was
kinda
also
bothered
been
me.
done on WWE TV.
Yeah.
Has anybody noticed all the recycling Jericho's doing?
Yeah,
He's like, I know how to do this. I've done it before, so let's just literally do exactly what I've done. That was a Kevin Owens and Jericho promo they did about Roman Reigns,
Yeah.
almost identically,
yeah.
which is also fine. It was fine then, but
But it
Choppy.
does feel kind of like
It's going back. I mean, it's just fluctuating a
Well,
lot.
when I look at the tab it puts it.
Oh.
oh, we're all over the place. You're saying you
Yeah.
want to restart everything?
Well, I'm wondering if I unplug the hub again.
Did you cut the power to the hub
Yes,
by the strip, or did you unplug
Yeah.
the hub?
I unplugged from
Well-
the strip.
Well, no one's chatting, so if you want us to take a quick break, I can like hit the commercial button and
Yeah. Just pop that commercial.
What do you want me to do?
Well, we probably should do that because otherwise I think it's going to be a constant conversation. So I'm going to run an ad.
Okay.
We'll be right back. Well, let me run the ad.
And I turned it off.
Yeah.
So we should still have.
And let's go ahead
We
and.
should still have audio.
Oh, we still have audio?
Oh yeah.
Hello, everybody.
dis-
Oh, yeah. The ad wouldn't work. Commercial break failed. Commercial break's only allowed once every 8 minutes.
Really?
Have we not been on for 8 minutes? That can't be right.
No.
Well, see, the thing is, it's still going red on the bottom
Still
there.
says-
That's what I mean. So
Oh,
it's a
restart.
connection thing. So do a full shutdown and we'll restart the modem and we're good.